Welcome to Manga Pow. Are you a history buff or a mythology buff? Well, these are my top 5 ongoing series that can feed your historian needs. At number 5 we have the Fate series, and the Fate series deserves a round of applause for every year coming out with something new. It's set in modern times, but what makes it dope for us mythology fans and history fans are the legendary summoned servants. We have famous servants like Genghis Khan and Hercules and Gilgamesh, but we also have some less known people like Cuchulainn from the Irish mythologies. I think I pronounced that right, don't hold me to it. Regular folks may watch it for its epic fight scenes, but for you, my fellow historian, you'll be researching its unique cast of historical figures, their backgrounds, along with the fights, because the fights are dope. Number 4 is HAWKWOOD, and unfortunately there isn't an anime for this yet, but it's a manga I really get excited over. The story takes place in the 100 Years' War between France and Great Britain, so we're talking about the 14th century here, folks. And what's even better for you history buffs is that it follows the real life actions of Captain John Hawkwood and his band of mercenaries as they fight, well, for whoever has the most money. I could picture the anime being done kind of like Berserk, but without the demons. It has action and humor, but what's most interesting is knowing that the battles really took place and Hawkwood's genius allowed him to survive them. Number 3 is Drifters, and Drifters is my kind of isekai. It's high action, it's funny, and it's different. We aren't following the usual otaku who's been transported to another world. This time, it's certified warriors from history who've been transported to a fantasy world, with elves and orcs and dragons, etc. The story has some unique elements, but for me, it's all about the art style and the character personalities. But what might entice your inner historian are the historical warriors. The fight scenes are dope and graphic. Unfortunately, the manga has a very slow release, and we do pray for more seasons of the anime, and I think we all want to know if the Black King is who we all think it is. At number 2 is Record of Ragnarok, and this is the new guy to the party, and it's something that everyone should have their eyes on. The story is Mortal Kombat for historians. I've coined it, you go spread the word, it's my thing. All the gods throughout history have voted to end humanity, i.e. Ragnarok, but to give mankind a chance, there's a 30 representative fight to the death, like Mortal Kombat, right? But this time it will be the humans versus the gods. It's a giant what if series, so for our mythology and history buffs, we get to see what happens when human history meets mythology. What if Jack the Ripper fought Hercules? Today's honorable mention is Kingdom. Now, it has great reviews. Everyone who I know who is into history loves it, but to be honest, I've never watched it. It's on my to-do list, and because it has such good reviews, I think it's something that should be honorably mentioned. Coming in at number 1 is Vinland Saga, and Vinland Saga has been one of my favorite series over the past decade. And as it's number 1, I think we should take a minute to discuss something. So, Christopher Columbus supposedly discovered America in the 15th century, but the Vikings had settlements in North America 500 years prior. So, yeah. The Vikings called North America Vinland, and that's partly where the name of the series comes from. Most of the series, however, takes place 1013 AD in England, and it follows the tragic life of Thorfinn. And Thorfinn's life is tragic, which is part of the reason why you're going to enjoy the series. His youth is taken up with him trying to get revenge against the man who killed his father, and then his adult life is him trying to just basically figure out what's next. If you like action, interesting art style, and a very interesting story, then this is the series for you. There's a 24 episode anime, and it ends on a shocker, so brace yourself for that. And the manga's ongoing, so I think in future we may have more episodes. Yeah, it's something I definitely would recommend to all my history buffs, so go watch it. As always, if you like this video, subscribe and click that thumbs up button.